Cheers and welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. I'm very excited. We have an iGulu, and I know everybody's going, what's an iGulu? Let me tell you. This is an iGulu F1 smart capsule home brewing appliance. Currently, they're only filling the orders for people who were helping with crowdfunding and Kickstarter. And believe it or not, they brought in almost $2 million. That's how exciting this product is. So basically, you can brew beer on it, you can ferment beer, you can even cold crash and serve your beer cold, and it can cold crash your beer between, I believe it's like 53.6 to 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit, or 2C to 12C within about 4 hours. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. On top of that, you can, now I already told you about the beer, you could also create, serve carbonated water, flavored water, hop water, you can serve coffee. I'm not sure about the nitro coffee. I need to look into that, but I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check. Wine, kombucha, and other types of beverages. You can also, let's say you're like, I don't want to brew, I just want this cool thing to serve certain beers. You can, ready? Yeah. Dispense 5-liter prepackaged barrels of beer, little tiny barrels, but it can serve them, and it can use and I don't understand this 100% because I don't get into that, but it has a dual gas dispensing system that I do understand, and I'll explain. But it also can use an AT or an AS dispensing coupler, which it includes based on the type of kegs you buy, because some kegs are configured different. You can also do the Heineken kegs, which already have a CO2 piece in them. But yeah, it has a dual gas dispensing, which means, let's say you're like, hey, I got this gallon of beer, and yeah, we're having fun, but I don't want to buy CO2. Well, if you're going to drink it in the afternoon or share it in a very short period of time, it has its own air pump in the system that uses regular air and just helps to create the pressure to help dispense the beer. Now, let's say you're going to be serving this beer in your house and you're coming home at night and you just want a glass. You're going to want that to last a little longer. So you can use CO2 cartridges, which, hey, guess what? It's compatible with SodaStream, yes. And that's something here in the US that is like, I don't know what, all over the world, but in the US, you could go to any store and probably find this. There are tons of stores that carry these SodaStream bottles. So boom, instantly you have CO2 for both carbonation and dispensing. Right now, this thing is $750. It is really cool. I'm gonna show you it. We're gonna do an unboxing, but they're running a deal for pre-orders that will be filled between January 15th to January 30th. That's the expected date of delivery. But the pre-orders are $150 off, so $5.99, and that includes free shipping, which is pretty cool. They come in cream color, which is what this one is, black, and a mint green. If you're into that cool deco thing like in Miami, you're set. I really think this thing is super cool. It's got a lot of options. It was the, I guess, CEO or the inventor was David, referred to as David Zhang. Hopefully I'm getting his name correct. He was a programmer, coder, and he got into a little bit of brewing, like home brewing and learning about beer, and just really felt that the technology and the brewing should come together. And I know some of you are like, oh, I'm into all these kegs and kettles. This has a different niche. This has a niche for people who don't want all that equipment and just want something to kind of play around and maybe, serve cold beer, or to be able to do things. They even dispense wine, or someone who's really hardcore into brewing and likes something like this sitting in their kitchen, or even wants to do experiments. There's so many possibilities. The part that gets me excited is that David, a coder, I'm an IT guy myself, infrastructure, and he's like, this is so cool. I love beer, craft beer. This is just really cool. I wish I could take this and bring this to people who really don't want to deep dive, should they say, into the deep end of brewing, but still want to experience cool things about beer brewing or other types of brewing. And he invented this. This is so cool. This is the final version. There have been different variations and prototypes, some much larger. This one, he has literally squeezed it down, and I believe they have something like 20, I wonder if they have patents or something like that, on equipment that has been designed and invented by them. It has a little compressor for cooling, just like you would have in a fridge or a freezer, and it's a DC compressor. It's very, very cool. I'm gonna open the box. I wanna show it to you so you can take a look at it. But you can also buy beer kits from them. Let's say I don't like their beer kits, I want a different beer. you can use your own supplies and create your own stuff. Of course, it has a smart app, and one of the coolest things I'll show you in here that it has that's kind of expensive normally by itself, but it's built in. So let me go ahead and open this up real quick and let me show you. I already broke it open just to make sure that nothing was missing. I also checked the little inventory sheet that was on the outside. I took my shipping label off just in case you got somebody watching that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you open it, you got a white box inside. The white box was not sealed. And on top, you have some styrofoam. Pretty standard. Inside the styrofoam, this is where you have some basic things. You have your tap handle, which I believe it's ceramic, and it's got steel inside. This is heavy, it's very good quality. In this little box, I'm pretty sure I know what's in here. Yep, it's my power cord or power adapter. This is one of the couplers for kegs that you may purchase or use. Kind of cool. I'm gonna have to learn a little more on that. That's okay, not a big deal. Let's see if I can get this out. There we go. This is just a serving mat, like a little rubber mat. Very nice. It's got the orange side that's kind of grippy so it doesn't slide around. It's rubber and it looks great so you can wash it. Easy to wash. I need that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take this, get it out of our way. Okay, no, this is not the system. This is just the lid. I don't want to drop anything, so I'm taking it out in sections here. And of course it creates a little air suction, so be careful. You may need some assistance at home to take this out. Why would it do this? Okay, putting it on the floor, using my feet to grip the styrofoam. There we go. Oh. It is not light. It is not super heavy, but it is a very solid piece of equipment. So, okay, this is one of the things I was talking about right here. RFID. Beer kits. You can actually just buy a beer kit. They're for the 5 liters. 5 liters is approximately 10 16-ounce pints, or I believe it's like 16 12-ounce pours. But yeah, here's an amber kit. And if you look at the amber kit, it talks about RFID. There's an app for your phone. Beep. It knows how to brew this for you. Yeah, that's so cool. So we got an amber one here. I'm gonna show you more about this. I'll pull these up. Yeah, Bavarian wheat, which I'm assuming is probably a Hefeweizen. And one that I had to peek because I was curious, which I'll show you what's in it, but it is a pale ale. Yeah, kind of like a mild IPA for anybody who's not sure what a pale ale is. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around and show you some cool features with this thing. First of all, this is your keg, your dispensing, your whatever you wanna call it. It's got a tri-clamp type system. It's a very hard plastic. Pop this out. There's all your tubes and everything else in here. And you can buy more of these. So let's say you get the system and you want to brew some and you have a way to control temperature. Yeah, it's pressure fermentation. Pressure fermentation in such a small system, very cool. You can have multiple kegs or store purchased prepackaged stuff if you want to, or let's say you got something in here that you want to dispense and you're putting some kombucha in here or something. You can have these in your fridge, pop them in, dispense them, pull it out, go grab another one, pop it in and just rock on. They only have a few of their beer kits available right now in the US, but I know they've got quite a few others that I've seen previously that they were working on. So you can do a subscription service and save some money and just get them on a regular basis too, which is kind of cool. So there's our little keg. We'll leave that over there. Of course, you know the rubber mat is gonna go under here for dripping. Let me get a couple things together just to show you here real quick. I'll put this on here. Okay. It uses a pressure type system. So you're gonna have a tube in here and this releases the pressure to allow the dispensing. This has a magnet, yep, that's right, magnet on the back, and the tube would go through and into the system. I'm not sure if this is touchscreen, but from everything I read, I believe it is. Yes, we got more videos coming. We're gonna do a brew video, a first impressions once I get to play with it and brew. Of course, a review and several more brew videos. But This is what it looks like inside. It has a pressure thing on the bottom so it can detect if something's in there. This piece pops out, provides CO2, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, wait, where's the CO2 go? You spin it around, look at that. And let me see if you can see the bottom here. Yeah, right down here. Yeah. That is a gauge, so you can see how much pressure, and you can adjust that. There is a rubber stopper. It's very light, little piece of rubber. It's just to keep dirt and dust out of there, which is awesome. I showed a picture of that to my son, and he's like, that was like his favorite feature. He's like, that's really well thought out. Yeah, I got a Soda Stream bottle here. And guess what? It fits. Boom. I have CO2. In case I don't want to drink, everything that same day. If I'm one person, I probably don't want to drink a liter, 5 liters or a gallon and a third of beer. That's a lot to drink. But I'm just very impressed. This is a very cool system, and it's kind of like an insulated system too. That way, when you chill things down, it stays cool. When you warm them up because you're doing fermentation or brewing, it stays warm. I think this would look great in a kitchen, and I am looking to brew my first one in the brew space. That way we can see how much of an odor it puts out. If the odor is extremely mild, because my wife has a nose like a bloodhound, we'll brew in the kitchen, and I'll show you my kitchen. If not, I'll let you know that I'm not gonna do that. But I do know that there are systems that just cool things and operate kegs, and some of you out there probably know that you're just dispensing a keg that you pre-package, you go buy. Okay, understand that those, and I've seen refurbished and renewed ones for about $100, they can take almost 24 hours to chill the keg down, so you have to pre-chill it in something else. This can do it in 4, maybe 5 hours based on how hot it is, but usually in around 4 hours, it can chill it down to serving temps that are really nice serving temps. Not to mention, it can go to 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit. I like my beer a little colder. I don't care what you say, I like it nice and cold. I'm an American. That's the way we are. We just like it cold. It's what we're grown up getting used to. Yeah, I've been to other places around the world and I ask for ice and they don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we do ice over here. I'm not a big ice fan, but we do. But some of those systems don't even go below 45 degrees Fahrenheit and take an entire day to get there. Now, I've seen some newer ones and they are about almost $200 to as much as $300. And all they do is dispense. That's it. And they're not compatible with most systems. You have to get a keg. I can put 5 liters of wine in here. I can dispense wine. I could put meat in here and dispense mead without carbonating. I could do kombucha. I can put whatever I want in here, and I can buy more of these so I can have multiple sitting in a fridge and just pull them out as I want. That's really, really cool and extremely versatile, which I really like. I know this is a much more expensive system compared to just the ones that serve only plain kegs, but it's so much more versatile. And it does so many cool things, including the little DC compressor in there that chills things down really fast. That's super cool. Plus it can also heat. So I'm gonna show you what's in one of the beer kits, because I know everybody's probably wondering. Well, first of all, like I said, where is it? Here it is, RFID. It has the instructions. Now on your phone, when you're running the app, it's gonna walk you through all the steps, and it talks about it. So I'm gonna dump everything out, and then I'll pull them up as we talk about it. So first of all, pale DME. And I know some people don't know what DME, dry malt extract, right here. And guess what? It's a big brand, Breeze, huge brand. It is a dry malt extract. It is ready to go. So you got a pound of that. Then you turn around and you got your priming sugar, which sometimes, and on this one I don't know, I have to read, sometimes this is not used for priming sugar because it has 3 of them. Sometimes they're used to thin the malt out a little bit to give the beer a little bit more lighter body. And that's a normal thing in home brewing. If you're not a big home brewer, that's extremely normal, not a big deal. We have 3 ounces of priming sugar. And then on top of that, you have a dry yeast, which is right here. You have your brewing yeast. It's a small packet. It's like 2 grams, but that's all you need for 5 liters or a gallon and a third or 1.3 gallons. Then you turn around and you have your hop aromatics. And I know you're like, wait a minute, what's the difference? Now the hop aromatics, and then they have a hop bittering, okay? The hop aromatics is extracts from mosaic hops. Yeah, an amazing hop. We all know Mosaic is just a great hop. And I've got 2, so this is gonna be a kind of a hoppy, yeah, a nice hoppy pale ale, which is awesome. I love that. But we're not talking about bitter, we're talking more aroma and flavor. Then we turn around here, and the last item it talks about is the bittering. And the bittering says it's water and hop extract and sprinkled into your wort, and it's -25. I don't really know what that means. That might mean 25 IBUs, I don't know. But yeah, it's right here. And then we turn around and we have a little sticker. You know what? The sticker not only says pale ale on it, but it says RFID. So this is the thing that when you have it on your app, you're like, I want to do an RFID. You go, beep. I don't know if it beeps, that's just me thinking, but beep, yeah. And instantly, your phone tells the iGulu how to brew this. You put everything into the container, you follow the instructions, you put it in, it brews it, you ferment it, yeah. And then you cold crash it and you serve it. And I'm assuming some of this because I have not done this yet. And you're going to go and follow along the journey because we'll do a video just about the beer brewing. But yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be kind of cool. And if, like I said, if the odor isn't real strong, which I don't expect it to be, we'll brew one of these in my kitchen. You can see the kitchen. We still got a few things to finish in the kitchen, but the kitchen looks pretty nice overall. But yeah, very excited. And this was courtesy of iGulu. If I didn't mention that earlier on, I think I did. Yeah, I did. They sent it to me. So yeah, very, very, very cool thing. It's an appliance, but my wife, I haven't convinced her to put this next to the coffee maker, but yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then this, of course, your little mat goes under here to catch any kind of drippings. And like I said, right now, it's $150 off. It is for pre-orders, and you should have it by the end of January. But they only have a few beer kits. If you're looking to buy the kits currently, they're getting more. They're constantly updating things. Even as they sent this to me, they were updating things. So they're really, really moving at high speed right now, which is awesome. But yeah, iGulu. And don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. I definitely appreciate the support. And we'll do some brews, do some taste tests, and do some reviews once we get, a little experience on the thing. So cheers. I appreciate you, and go check out their site. It's pretty cool. Thank you.